Oh man, and people, right? The prelims were fire. The main card was ridiculous. Now we started off with a welterweight clash, Mickey Gore against Alex Morano. And it was a strange fight because Gore really didn't go to his wheelhouse at all. And I mean, he didn't take Moreno, he didn't try to take Moreno down. I think there was two takedown attempts, and that was basically it. He did get Moreno down once, but Moreno was able to get up pretty fast. Now the first round, Moreno clearly won. But I will say, you gotta give Gold props because he stuck in there. He stuck in there and he really, went for it. He went for it in that second and third round. But Moreno just had the heavier shots. He had the heavier shots and was able to just see it out. It was a tough fight. Moreno got it. But yo, from there, oh my, it just went friggin' bananas, people. It really did. Right? We had Leonardo Santos against Clay Guida, lightweight clash. Santos a a jiu-jitsu phenom against just a vet in the game. Clay Guida, people. Right? Right? And oh my gosh, right? We did few days from turning 40, but doesn't look like he slowed down at all. But Santos nearly ended it early, super early in that first round. It was insane. He hurt Guida, got him up against a fence, was letting shit go, kneed him to the body, came up a knee to the head, and as Guida's going down, hit another knee to the chin. And you're just like, oh shit, this is done. And it's Keith Peterson up in there as well. So no nonsense, people. He will stop the fight if he thinks it you know what I mean? It's fucked. Right? But like with Marab Dalashvili against Marlon Moraes, right? When Marab was hurt, he kept moving. He kept moving and keeping himself out of danger. And Guida, he kept moving. So every time Pearson was looking, Guida kept moving and was able to survive. He was able to survive just the onslaught from Santos. And then, oh my gosh, what you just never thought would happen, it just flipped. Santos was trying so hard to end the fight. And to be fair, to him, it kind of looked like he was on the verge too, right? And if the fight had have been stopped, you couldn't have faulted it. You know what I mean? But Guida kept on moving, survived, and Santos blew his wad. I think that's the technical term for it, people. Man, he just blew himself out. And then we saw Clay Guida do Clay motherfucking Guida. The Duracell bunny just turned it on, and ended up dominating the rest of the round. Now, from what was probably 10-8, right? I think because Santos nearly finished the fight. Now, Guida ended on top, landing, but it didn't look like the fight was going to end. So I would probably say Santos 10-9, won the white round 10-9. You might have been able to give it a draw, you know what I mean? But 30 seconds in the corner, just not enough time. Not enough time. Although Santos, he did try early in the round. He threw it all he had. Guida, he just rolled with it and then poured it on. Poured it on. Took him down a couple of times. Took the back, and you're just like, nah, this can't. Like Santos, he defended, but yeah, Guida flattened him out, and then you just kind of thought Santos, he's just tired, man, because the ease Guida then got the arm underneath the chin. It was kind of like, I've had enough, but I don't want to just flat out give up, right? Yo, Guido won with a rear naked choke, people. He beat a high-level credentialed jiu-jitsu motherfucker, tapped him out. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy, man. Oh man, Clay Guida is just, man, he's crazy. He's insane. He is in the fact that he's 40. But let's just say he's 40 basically, and still doing it at this level and not looking slow. It's impressive as fuck, people. How do you follow that, right? How do you follow that? Well, yeah, give us Jimmy Crute against Jamal Hill in light heavyweight. And, both are legitimate potential contenders. That's for sure. Crute looked so much bigger than Hill, though. I mean, physically. Like, just build wise. Because Hill's very lean, but don't matter, man. Don't matter. And listen, we've seen it, right? Because, I think back in the day, the consensus was big muscles, mad power. No muscles, no power. Then we had boxers like Barry McGuigan, right? Amir Khan, Nassim Hamed. And you're just like, oh, actually, no, it doesn't mean that. And Jamal Hill dropped Crute, flash knockdown, dropped him with a right hook. And you're like, okay. It was up to that point. They were both landing jabs, a lot of leg kicks. It was, but Crute was the one coming out fast, came out with a real kick heavy because, he knows Hill's got good hands. So he's throwing those head kicks. So Hill has to block. And you're blocking the kick, right? But those kicks, that thud on your arm is fucking your arms up, right? Bruising those arms, which is then slowing down the jabs, the 1-2s, the hooks, all of that. Didn't work though, right? Because yes, it was a flash knockdown. Crute got up and they're moving around. Crute comes forward and Hill, boom, another right, puts Crute down. Man, it was just, and that was it. There's a couple of hammer fists, but fight was done. Now, I will say as well, it wasn't just the hook, right? Because he went to the body. Well, there was a back fist to the body, jab to the body, and then over the top with the hook, man. It was, Jamal Hill looked so friggin' impressive. So impressive, man. You know what I mean? So you just look at that, right? 3 fights in a row, stoppages. It was crazy. So we then go co-main event, Brad Riddell, Rafael Faiz, both really good. Both just one loss. On the record, right? And they used to train together in Thailand. You know what I mean? Brad Riddell was the Muay Thai coach. So they trained together. They're friends, but they took this fight, and this fight was crazy because it started off kind of tentative, but there was these explosions. And they'd come together, and it was just like, bah, 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 right? No single shots. Both were throwing ferocious combinations, and it was nuts, right? You kind of thought Faiz was probably the faster of the two, but Riddell, heavy shots, and it was going like that, right? So it was super close, and you're just like, I don't know who's got the edge. Dean Thomas did point out something which you were looking at and thinking, right? Because Faiz looked mad comfy, just relaxed in there, and Riddell looked tense. But it wasn't necessarily affecting his game because he was landing big shots, right? They both blooded each other up, both had big cuts. It was so close. Third round, right? You're thinking it's going to a decision, man. Who's going to get the fight? Who's going to get it? And then out of nowhere, Faiz, they broke into space, and he just spinning wheel kick. Oh, it landed to the side of Riddell's head, and you just like he didn't go down, but he was done. And there was a half attempt of a takedown, but it was that expression, man. You know what I mean? The lights are on, but no one was home. Oh my gosh, Fierce, he just stamped on that fight. But I have to say, if it went to the card, I don't even know who would have won that fight. It was that close. But boy, that spinning wheel kick, whew, that did the trick, baby. That did the trick. So yeah, it's time for the main event. Rob Font, I mean, the up and comer, the young gun on the scene, going up against the living legend Jose Aldo, who I think when you watch him against Pierre Yan, right? He looked good. He was winning the fight early on, but as it went on, you could see he got tired. And then, Jan finished the fight, right? And you're thinking, yeah. I mean, Aldo always had that cardio thing where as fights went on, he did get tired. So you're just thinking, Aldo's probably done, man. Like, you can still have some good fights, but it's probably, that's it. That's it title-wise. But then we see him beat, Jeremy Stephens, Pedro Munez. I mean, like, I don't know what's happened. He's found something. And yeah, Aldo is looking super impressive. So this fight was so intriguing. And when it started, Rob Font came out on fire. Man, great movement. He was landing, he was mixing it up. Body, head, kicks. Font was slick as fuck. Clearly winning the first round. And then in the last 10 seconds, Aldo lands a right, puts Font down, and swarms him. Luckily, only 10 seconds, right? So Font was able to survive. But at that moment where you were like, oh, it's the power. And that was the big thing, right? So Font, great movement, right? Great diversity. But every time Aldo would land a huge shot and he'd wobble Font, right? And it was always Font starts around super quick, super slick, moving, everything. And then just a big shot from Aldo would slip through. And if it didn't hurt Font, it kind of knocked him back, right? It stopped him in the tracks for a moment, right? And Font was doing a decent job, but then Aldo started with the takedowns. He started with the takedowns, and Font he struggled getting up. Like the first time, you could see him looking for an arm bar and all of that, but then Aldo, super savvy and black belt in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? He's a pro in jiu-jitsu. We just don't really see it. You know what I mean? And so I think Font realized, all right, I'm not going to catch him in anything. But what we did see, right, and this was the interesting thing, because Aldo had control, had top control, but Font was doing the most damage. From the bottom, he's landing elbows and stuff. So it was, you were wondering how they might score those rounds, right? And eventually he's able to get up. But yeah, you think like Aldo's just in control. He's in control. And that happened, for 2, 3, and 4, basically. Aldo would get a takedown and then he just had control. But yeah, not landing from the top, not ground and pounding or anything like that. And then in that 5th round, man, Font, his corner told him, yeah, you need to stop the fight. You can only win with a stoppage. And Font came. He came. He tried, man. He tried. But Aldo, again, lands a huge shot and wobbles the fuck out of Font. Wobbles the fuck out of him. But Font's able to survive, and it goes the distance. Goes the distance. Man, it was a great fight. It was a great fight. But yeah, Aldo, he won the fight. Aldo won the fight, and it's crazy. Because Aldo, he did start leg kicking as well. He started leg kicking, and boy, you know what I mean? He put Font down with leg kicks a couple of times. That's just the power of those shots, which are just like, man, just throw more leg kicks, man. Go back to back in the day when you just ate Uriah Faber's legs up. But we are seeing Aldo add new wrinkles to his game, which is insane. It's insane because we never saw Aldo take people down like he's been doing. And super impressive. Super impressive. But, you know what I mean? Font, he did lose the fight, right? But he wasn't blown away. There was definitely a lot of positives you can take forward with Font, right? It was just the power of Aldo, and it was just Font getting cool, right? So I think, yeah, we definitely have not seen the last of Rob Font. We definitely have not, and I still think he will get that title shot at some point. But what's mad interesting is just what we saw out of Jose Aldo, right? And it's just like, can we see him challenge for the belt? And hey, if someone got injured, right? I mean, you're in, boom, you could definitely imagine Aldo getting the call up. And, he calls for TJ Dillashaw, which very sensible, logical fight. And you do think, oh man, maybe Aldo could, if Aldo won that fight, you know what I mean? Shit. Like, if Aldo gets a final title fight before all is said and done, man, that would be so crazy. It'd be so crazy. But I'm about it. I'm about it, people. You know what I mean? But yo, another great card, another tremendous card, and yeah, fight of the night, of course, Mallory Martin, Shania Vilmas, because that fight was freaking awesome. But we got four performance of the nights, four performance of the nights. Um, yeah, Clay Guida, Jamal Hill, Rafael Fizz. Oh shit! I missed a fight. I missed a fight, people. Oh my god, I am an idiot. I'm an idiot. It was the second fight on the main card, and it was awesome. It was straight up awesome. Man, middleweight clash, Brandon Allen against Chris Curtis, right? So Allen was meant to, who was Allen meant to fight? Man, Roman Dallas, Roman Dalits, right? But Dalits got injured. Um, so then he was meant to fight Brad Tavares. Tavares got injured. So yeah, Chris Curtis stepped in after an impressive debut last time, last on the pay-per-view, right? And man, this was a crazy one because Adam pretty much dismissed Curtis, right? It was just like, oh, we saw him get tuned up. We saw him get tuned up in his last fight, and he just landed a lucky shot. That's what Allen was saying. And and we saw the way Curtis put away Phil Hawes with just that body shot and just poured it on, right? And in this fight, Allen was landing well. He was mad, and he was so cocky in there. Like, and look, he's talented. He's talented. So it's fair to be confident. But you can't dismiss the power of Curtis and what Curtis done. Because yes, he was getting beat by Hawes, but he showed mad durability and heart. Because he was going nowhere in that fight. He was going nowhere in that fight. And in this one, Allen was landing the jab well and everything like that, but Curtis, he was coming in with heavy shots. His right was landing and he was punishing the body, which Allen just didn't seem to address. And so Curtis, man, we got to the second round, right? Got to the second round. And you notice that Allen started to slow. Allen started to slow, and you could see a little concern, like, I'm not putting this dude away. Like, what's going on? What's happening here? And yeah, Curtis then started, man, he started to build that pressure. He hit a back fist, jab to the body, and then over the top with a right hook that just had Allen on shaky legs. Man, he started to do the herky jerky. Curtis just followed it up like a bloodhound. Followed it up like a bloodhound. He landed. Did I talk about this? I can't even remember. I'm losing my mind, people. But yeah, Curtis landed uppercuts, elbows. He hit a knee, and then he hit another knee, and Allen just crumpled, and that was it. That was it. And so it's no wonder Chris Curtis, performance of the night bonus, people. He landed himself a performance of the night bonus. And yeah, this was an awesome card. It was an awesome card. And man, December's got 3 cards, right? Next week, it's the big pay-per-view. And then it's, one more after that. And, what I mean? You gotta say, right? Boy, December is looking, if it carries on like this, there's, what I mean? It's Oliveira v Poirier. And then after that, we end with Derek Lewis against Chris Daukaus. Both cards, great. So if this is anything to go by, December's going to be great, people. December is going to be great. And yeah, what a way to finish the weekend of